This is the story of why one of WWE's most physically imposing superstars disappeared from SmackDown without a single word of explanation, and why the reason behind it says something real about how professional wrestling operates today. Talla Tonga, the 6'8" enforcer of Solo Sikoa's MFT faction, missed the April 24th episode of SmackDown, and the Wrestling Observer newsletter confirmed what nobody had officially announced: Concussion protocol. No storyline exit, no on-air acknowledgement, just a medical hold applied quietly while the rest of the show carried on without him. Section 1. The night everything happened. Go back 1 week to April 17th, 2026, the go-home SmackDown before WrestleMania 42, live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, one of the most watched episodes of the year, with WrestleMania weekend beginning the very next day, and Talla Tonga was booked for not one match that night, but two. The evening opened with an 8-man tag team street fight, MFT against the Wyatt Six, a feud that had been building for weeks and needed a physical, decisive finish. Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Talla Tonga, JC Mateo, and Tonga Loa on one side, Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Loomis with Mickey Cross on the other. Street fights put real wear on everyone involved, weapons everywhere, action spilling outside the ring, and MFT came out on the winning side, with Talla putting a central role throughout. Later that same night came the 2026 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and this is where the booking made the clearest statement about how much WWE valued Talla Tonga at that moment. Both El Grand Americanos eliminated, Joe Hendry sent over the top. Other competitors started teaming up specifically because one man was too difficult to handle alone, which is one of the strongest forms of recognition a battle royal can give someone. He reached the final three with Otis and newcomer Royce Keys, eliminated Otis himself, and only fell when Keys had a spinebuster and clotheslined him over the top to win the trophy in just his second television appearance. One analyst covering that show wrote that Talla Tonga was legitimately booked like the most unstoppable man on the roster, and on that particular night, the evidence backed it up. 2 matches, WrestleMania weekend, a runner-up finish in the Battle Royal after eliminating multiple opponents, and 7 days later, he was gone with no explanation offered. Section 2. The speculation, the cuts, and the truth. April 24th created a perfect storm of confusion, and the timing made everything harder to read. That same day Talla Tonga missed SmackDown, WWE released more than 25 superstars from their roster: Kairi Sane, Aleister Black, the entire Wyatt Six faction, Zelina Vega, among others. One of the larger post-WrestleMania purges in recent memory, landing on the exact Friday that a regular member of one of SmackDown's featured factions simply did not show up. Commentary said nothing. No backstage segment addressed it. No official announcement came through any channel. For fans watching at home, the math seemed to write itself. Someone absent on the night of mass cuts was probably among those cuts, and that conclusion spread fast across social media. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer knocked it down first, reporting that Tonga had not been released and was dealing with an undisclosed injury, expected back fairly soon. That cleared up the contract question but left the specific cause unknown. WrestleTalk then followed with the more detailed report, citing the Wrestling Observer newsletter directly. Concussion protocol. Not a roster decision, not a release, a medical hold. What no report has pinpointed is the exact moment the concussion occurred. He had competed twice on April 17th in physically demanding circumstances, and by the following Friday the protocol had been triggered. Whether it happened during the street fight, the Battle Royal, in training, or somewhere in between, nobody outside WWE's medical staff has confirmed it. At just 9 televised matches and 29 total bouts since signing with the company, Talla Tonga had given a significant amount of himself on that Las Vegas night, and the cost became clear the following week. Section 3. Who is Talla Tonga? For anyone still getting familiar with him, Talla Tonga's full name is Talla Leone Fifita, born February 7, 1991 in Kissimmee, Florida, and the family he belongs to runs through decades of professional wrestling at its highest level. His adoptive father is Tonga Fifita, known to fans as Haku, or Mang in WCW, one of the most genuinely feared men that the business has ever produced. His adoptive brothers are Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, both active MFT members alongside him, and the broader family network connects to Roman Reigns, The Rock, Solo Sikoa, the Usos, Rikishi, and Yokozuna. The Anoa'i and Fifita dynasties have not just participated in professional wrestling across generations, they have shaped it repeatedly at the top of the card. Training started at Team 3D Academy under Bully Ray and Devon before he relocated to Japan in 2016 to go through the NJW Dojo, debuting on November 12th of that year. Nearly a decade in New Japan followed under the name Hikuleo, a name drawn from Tongan mythology, with championships including the Strong Openweight Championship, the Strong Openweight Tag Team Championship twice, and the IWGP Tag Team Championship alongside El Phantasmo as part of the Gorillas of Destiny. An ACL injury in March of 2018 cost him 6 months, so navigating a serious physical setback and returning from it is already part of his history. WWE trademarked the name Talla Tonga in June of 2024, a full year before he ever appeared on a broadcast, which tells you something about the long-term thinking behind his arrival. He signed in July 2024, spent nearly a year at the Performance Center, then debuted at Night of Champions in June 2025, walking onto television not as someone finding their footing but as a fully formed weapon.
helping Solo Sikoa defeat Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship on his very first appearance. His first singles win came August 1st over Jimmy Uso. The faction rebranded to MFT by July 4th, and by April 17th he was being used as the most dominant physical presence on the SmackDown roster. 35 years old, 6 feet 8, a decade of international experience behind him, and a WWE run that was clearly still accelerating.